Welcome back to the Aftermatch with Kirsten Beeve. Come for the rugby, stay for the Aftermatch Part 2. Who's the bigger star? Sia Khaleesi, Thierry Henry. In their respective countries.
Oh.
Not in the global sporting... I mean, in their respective countries. Who's the biggest star?
Well, see, I know Rassi said that South Africa's bigger than Sia in the doco, but there's no one bigger. There's no one bigger than South Africa. And then I'm trying to think, is there anyone bigger in France? Because Thierry Henry obviously delivered. I'm sure he was in the team that won the World Cup.
I think he was.
Okay, he's not then. So Zidane would be bigger.
Oh, Zinedine.
Yes.
Okay.
So
it's
Sia wins. Sia wins.
Yeah. And South Africa win.
Yes,
Funny
they
that.
do.
In the rematch of the quarterfinals at a brilliant Stade de France. And don't they just do things exceptionally well over there with the show that they put on before the ball is even kicked, Beef?
Yes, I mean, I wasn't paying much attention to that. I was getting a bit of a breakfast ready at the time, but then when the light show came on and all the rest of it, I had to get enthralled, and it didn't disappoint, Kirst. I reckon that first 20 minutes, and it's an easy thing to say, brutal. Like that first 20 minutes, if you had numbers 1 to 8 on your back, there was nothing left. It was just a smash-a-thon. And for the first 20 minutes, the Frenchies were probably winning the smash-up. You know, I've never seen a counter ruck. I've never seen a Bok, forward pack this year sometimes in those rucks get smashed off the ball. And that's what the Frenchies were doing. And they got a couple of nice tries to Pinot to start with. And they were starting to dare to dream, Kirst.
They were, but...
Yeah, and then the but comes.
There's a big but.
Yeah.
And look, enormous when you see a red card immediately on the field.
Yep.
Not a yellow on report like we traditionally have seen over the last few years. This was a straight red. So that is a no replacement for Lud Diaga.
Yes.
Huge moment in the game. Huge
moment, and a moment where with everything going well, you're playing at home, you're already winning, you're against the world champions, you're riding all this emotion of the wonderful Stade de France, you would presume that they would get the job done, but it didn't.
How did South Africa win with 14 men against the French in France?
Well, two things for me that I thought. I thought the Springboks conditioning was far superior than the French forwards. This was highlighted. If you go back, Reinhardt's try is an absolute dream try. As a rugby player, you dream of those tries. A line break, a chip and regather. It was special. But how that unfolded, they went from a set piece, I think it was a scrum, one ruck, and then where their tight five should have been defending, and it wasn't lightning quick ball or anything like that, but where they should have got to defensively, they were nowhere near. I don't think Reinhardt could believe his luck when he looked up and saw absolutely no one defending that short side, and he went straight through, chip and regav, and scores one of the tries of the year. But for me, straight away, you start to think fitness-wise, and the speed of the game and the physical intent that they started with, clearly they couldn't maintain it. And they couldn't maintain, they might have been able to maintain the physical aspect of the collision, but they couldn't get around the park to do it. And Reinhardt took full advantage. So all of a sudden, they're back in the game. Red card happens. But it was also dumbfounded with the style of the French. For all their exciting backs, the Pinots of the world, Ramos and the likes, like great backs, Ficol, unbelievable backs, unused. And all it became was they were trying to, again, bash through the middle. You're still laughing.
Poor Gail.
Oh, did I not quite nail?
No, I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Oh, way. Way.
Oh, way.
You're
saying Japanese.
No. We is what, like, you get thought as a tourist, but when you speak to the locals, it's way.
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 I never heard that in
we're not local.
8 weeks in France.
Well, me and Izzy were there for 4 weeks, and then I was there for 8 weeks. So
you two were on contact, you remember?
Yeah, I was a contact of sorts. But back to the game.
Yeah.
So they
dumbfounded
because they just didn't use their brilliance. And all they tried to do was just go bashing through the middle with slow ruck ball. And I mean, if you're going to try and bash through the South Africans, you're not going to get too far. And they're down to 14 men, and they weren't shifting them at all. And they were just playing off one of our favourites from the early season tour, Garlic, And they were just playing off him. That was great. But at no stage, I didn't really see Intermac pulling the boys out and taking control. There were pictures of the French team when they're on attack, and I reckon you could see 13 of them all within about 10 metres of the ruck. So that's putting no stress on a depleted South African defensive line, and they know that they can just squeeze up, and whatever comes at them, they can bash, and then they can compete at rucks, and can even win turnovers, or they can slow the ball down. And I think the French just played so dumb. I wonder how much their game is just throw it over to the main man, Dupont,
and hope he does something.
and he dictates it.
But he also unlocks those backs.
He unlocks them.
Yeah.
And he sees them.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know if Pinot was spotted after the first 20 minutes, and Berry on the other wing too, like so underused. Is my French not quite there today? Because
Way?
Yeah,
Way.
Shout out to all our French listeners.
Tell us.
And subtitles.
Is Beaver right? Is it way?
It is
you're
way.
a local.
It is way.
Please in the comments.
And
have you heard that?
Tawera Kubalo, my French teacher, taught me that.
Way.
La Rochelle's finest, now in Paris. But I just thought that they just didn't open things up enough.
It shows you that how important one player is to the team.
It certainly is. And then you flip it over and you've just got to tip your hat to a box.
Yeah. Okay, talk to us about a few of their players. Firstly, Sasha. He's the person that the eyes of the world are on right now because there is so much hype around the guy. Yeah,
and every week he's backing it up. Again, Tony Brown came on Breakdown with us and talked about like he's tough, and he does. He goes after a few. Like it was a couple of times where he shot out of the line and put his body firmly in the way of some French boys. But the attacking threat that he possesses now still, that now the Springboks have with the threat there. We touched on Reinhardt, and just the impact again of the bench. Mane Lebok, he changes the direction of the game again. Obviously, Sasha's the golden boy and will be probably for the next decade. But that's a nice little combination when you can have the luxury of taking off a Willemsen and then chucking Sasha back there and not lose anything. But the way the Springboks, I talk about the conditioning of the French. The Springboks went back to real Springbok rugby in that last 20 to get the job done. It was set piece, penalties, rolling mauls. But again, if you've got nothing left, Kirst, you can't defend the bomb squad. You got fresh forwards coming on and a midfield back getting thrown into the mix too. We talked about last week whether the speed of the game that South Africa could play to might be too much for a French. And I don't know if necessarily it was the speed of the game, but it was the taxing, I guess, on the body that opening half an hour was. I don't think the French recovered from it.
Do you know how old Kobus is?
35.
He's 35.
I know. It's a great story because he hasn't really been given many chances.
No.
And he'd be in no hurry to retire because...
Well, you think about Faf and the others that have been before him that have taken that jersey.
He probably... Furey was probably around when he first started out. But
the way he's playing, 100%. He'll be there in 2 years' time.
Well, look at Jamison Gibson Park.
Yeah, but he's not 35.
Who wouldn't be far off?
33.
Ooh.
He'd be my age.
Do your research. But yeah.
Where's your spies in Ireland?
But then Williams, don't you worry about those spies. And then Williams comes on and seals it with, just, again, a different sort of threat around the rucks. But again, because French, A, I thought they were getting tired. B, they were obsessed about trying to stop a line out more, which they just conceded. Then it just opens up for someone as sharp and nippy as Williams.
Tell me, your player of the Rugby Championship was Sasha Feinberg Nomazulu. Is he the World Rugby Player of the Year right now?
He's going to have to start going close. I think Artie's still well and truly in the conversation. But I'd say Sasha would...
Peter Steph?
Peter Steph. I mean, he's always in the conversation.
If not winning it, then he's always nominated.
Saves his best for World Cup finals.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. But, he's always there thereabouts too, isn't he? The impact he has. Because, he's the one mainstay that usually goes 80 minutes for him. Of all the experienced Boks, him and Marks now are playing huge minutes. You think, with all this going on, with all the hype, with all the emotion, he takes off Sia.
Yeah.
And he takes off Eben, his best mate, and world's best lock. And they still, with what they've got, get the job done. It's brilliant coaching at the moment there.
Yeah. If they, depending on who wins World Player, we must win Rookie with Fabian.
Oh, well, of course. Fabian's...
Fabian must be.
Fabian, and he's only just going to nudge out our other... can we...
Leroy?
Yeah, can we sexy that up at all or no?
Leroy.
Yeah, Leroy, yeah. Your French is really good today. But yeah, I'll go along with Fabian.
Okay. Other question?
Yes.
Are the Boks better than the 2015 All Blacks?
Ooh. You know how you do that?
Yeah.
If you win 3, I reckon.
Then you better them. But right now they equal 2.
Yep.
If they win the next.
Yeah. Yep.
Then they go better.
It'd be, not for today's show, maybe for the summer season, it'd be fascinating to put the two teams next to each other and who you're taking.
Yeah, we'll do that. Stay with us here. By the way, nearly at the 10,000. Thank you. Thank you
so
very
much.
much to everyone. I think we had 500 new subscribers in the last week alone.
Brilliant.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you're liking what we're doing, like and subscribe. Share it with all your rugby friends as well. Make sure people know about us, because that's the hardest thing, is getting the word out there and letting them know. Kirsten B, they're here. We're here to deliver what you want. So post your comments. Fire away to us. We always want your involvement in the program.
At the Aftermatch. Some good aftermatches coming ahead. Up for boys, I'd say.
We need to change the name to Kontiki.
The Kontiki.
Way.
I tell you what, their aftermatch, they finish in Cardiff. There's some stories out of Cardiff.
2 more weeks and you get those people. This is the Aftermatch with Kirsten B. We'll
I'll
see you
change the
soon.
names, though.